What's going on, everyone? Today we have a really cool video for Contest Champions. We have something that Kabam, with Contest Champions have never done before, and this is a family tree. But it has characters that aren't in the contest. Like it's really cool. I'm actually really excited for this because this could be just for fun, just to showcase, hey, Wanda Pietro are not mutants; they are experiments of the High Evolutionary. But it also could tease a few characters, and I wanted to make this video to be like, a few of these characters I can see coming to the game literally next year. Like it's really awesome. So obviously, if you don't know why there's a Maximoff family tree, it's actually because Wanda and Pietro, they are no longer mutants. When they first came to comics and Marvel Comics, they were mutants born with the X gene of Magneto's descendants. And in 2015, right after Age of Ultron, they're not mutants in there, and so Marvel decided in the comics they shouldn't be mutants either. So they kind of retconned that, and they were both born of Maximoffs, and then they were kidnapped by the Evolutionary, and that's kind of what happened. You can kind of see it in this thing where there he is kidnapping the two children, and that's pretty cool. And hey, he's wearing the white suit that we have in the game, so it's pretty awesome. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. And honestly, when I first saw this tree, and especially Quicksilver's bio and everything, I'm like, dude, High Evolutionary absolutely can come to the contest, because hey, with Guardians 3 we have the High Evolutionary coming. Like, to me, this is like big, like this is what's going to happen. It's going to be High Evolutionary, and I think it's going to be Adam Warlock, because we've been told Adam Warlock's coming to the game. They just haven't found the right event to add him to. When we interviewed Kabam Gabe on the X Interviews podcast, it was really awesome. I was like, what? No way, Adam Warlock is coming to the game. And Guardians 3, his introduction into the MCU, same with High Evolutionary. It'll be pretty awesome. And High Evolutionary is totally going to be probably science, could be tech, really, but I definitely could see him being a science character next year. It's going to be awesome. I cannot wait for that. Now, the other thing is, you can kind of see Magneto and Polaris are kind of in the gray area, which just means I guess they're not blood. Obviously, they aren't blood related to Wanda and Pietro anymore. But they're grayed out just to showcase that, but they still are family. I know a lot of people don't understand that, but it's literally like Max is saying here, you are my daughter, Wanda. And even Polaris, they're still sisters, all right? They might not be blood related, but they're absolutely still family. But Polaris, is really awesome, a character. She really has the same powers as Magneto's, even a little bit more. They recently fought with the trial of Magneto, and it was pretty cool to see. I absolutely would love to see Polaris coming. She was one of the mutants that I was like, when I was talking about when we had the mutants in January this year, she was one of the Brotherhood of Mutants members that I was like, should I pick her or not? I want her to come to the game, and I think she would be absolutely awesome. Alright, so the next thing we kind of got going on is Crystal. Obviously, Pietro is actually with Crystal, and they had a child, Luna, and that's pretty awesome, because Crystal, obviously Sister Medusa, was actually in the Summoner's Choice. She did lose, like, very early on, but the Summoner Choice, Kabam kind of said these are all characters we want to come to the game. It's just you're voting for who comes first. So Crystal absolutely could still come to the game. I don't see her coming anytime soon, like within the next year. Same with Polaris, but these other characters, I definitely think could come. High Evolutionary, Vision, and even Tommy Speed. Like I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, now Luna is a kid still, even though she was like, I think born in like the 80s, but she's still a kid. So, Kabam don't really do kids in the contest where you can fight a kid, or really animals. So I don't see Luna coming to the game at all unless they age her up. Like, that's kind of like Franklin Richards is one of the characters who hasn't come to the game, because first off, he is so powerful, and he's also not, because he loses powers, but also Luna is, a kid, and but she would be really cool. She's half inhuman, half or she does have a mutant gene originally. I don't know if that's retconned or not. I'd have to look it up, but yeah. Now the next one I'm going to talk about is Vision. Now this is someone that I've been really saying is coming to the game, because it's honestly, to me, is confirmed with the State of the Battleground map, where we have the Ultron Prime network. Now if you don't know what that is, that's actually from Marvel Realm of Champions, where we had Ultron, but not in the way you think. We actually had Ultron in the form of Vision, where she says there is no I, there's no me, there's only the Ultron network, because Ultron was coming to the Marvel Realm of Champions, and it didn't happen. And even Gabe calls her Vision Prime, you know, because we have Ultron Prime, the MCU version, in the contest, and then for the MROC, she would have been Vision Prime. So I 100% think she's coming to the game. Like I said, we do have a new Ultron coming, and she absolutely, with all the Marvel Realm of Champions characters, are coming to the contest next year. So I absolutely think she is coming. Now the last one is Tommy Speed. You know, I wonder if he is coming to the thing. We just got Quicksilver this month, and you know, Tommy is another speedster, and you know, is Kabam gonna do 2 speedsters, you know, very close together? I'm a little bit unsure of. Like, what do you guys think? Like, same with Polaris, right? We have Magneto. We have 2 Magnetos, red and white House of X. You know, would Polaris work being with the same power set? Would Tommy work with the same power set as his uncle? It's pretty interesting. So, but I absolutely think, like, the main takeaway for me is High Evolutionary next year, Vision Prime next year, and maybe Crystal and Polaris, and Speed, and maybe even Luna, if she got aged up, could coming out after that. Like it's really awesome. Like I love this, man. I love this. Now, you know, doesn't, like I said, don't look at this family tree and be like, oh my god, all these characters are coming to the game. You know, even though Kabam have said we want to add every Marvel character, you know, you got to be realistic, right? You only get 1 to 2 champs per month in the contest if you look at it. So you know, we only have certain space coming soon. So we'll see what happens. I'm really excited for this, and I can't wait to see, hopefully, High Evolutionary and obviously Vision Prime next year. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys had an awesome day, and tune into the X Interviews podcast tonight. We're interviewing Kabam John. Maybe he might say some things you would want to hear about. I don't know. Check it out. All right, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.